Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown,
the unofficial sumo podcast
for official sumo fans.
It's hot in here, and it's Caleb's fault. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
totally is. I should go get my fan like Fleric does some episodes. He's like, oh,
Yeah, he must keep that on his desk or something.
he has to.
Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown. This is Jake,
This is Mac.
and with us today is somebody from Texas. I don't know. Do you do any sumo down there or anything? What are you again?
I dabble.
You dabble.
You know, some people do a lot of sumo. I just do a little.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't spend any of my free time on it or anything.
All right.
Probably
Well, with us today is occasional sumo acquaintance Caleb Baccus of Mighty Eagle Sumo. We got to get you a nickname. You don't have like you don't have like a moniker for how much you contribute to sumo, especially down in Texas.
I got called, and I kind of like it because it goes with my guys' things. Because if you know, Tom is Mighty Eagle,
Mhm.
and Jessica's Mighty Mouse,
Mm.
and I've been called Mighty Bull.
Mighty
Okay,
Bull.
okay.
And I thought that fit my sumo style pretty well. And I like the Japanese. It'd be Ikioi Buru. Ikioi Buru. And I was like, that sounds pretty cool. I like that. So Mighty Bull.
Mighty
Bull.
Bull.
It's one that it fits me, I think. If you see me wrestle, I do look like a bull with my head and my hand like this.
You got that charge Itachi coming in.
You are definitely more liberal with your application of your head to opponents than some people can be. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, not that we don't love having Caleb around all the time, but specifically this time, we're here to talk about the Consulate's Cup. Consulate's Cup is going to be this coming Saturday, September 3rd. It is going to be the biggest event since Nationals this year, and probably like it's got to be top 3 with the U.S. Open being the only other one like of that same scale.
Yeah,
right?
I'd say that's accurate.
U.S. Open's number 1 because they had the biggest international draw.
Yeah, sure.
But as nationwide, it's Nationals and then it's Consulate's Cup, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have over 50 people on the list here for for wrestlers. It's gonna be pretty big. And it's
insane.
yeah.
I was told something like there's like 20 lightweight guys. That's impressive.
Yes.
Wow.
20
Okay.
lightweight guys, and like some of all the big names are showing up. National champions like Poncetta. You got the U.S. team guys, JJ and Justin Gizzard. I mean, you get all the big names showing up in lightweights.
Yeah,
That's
no,
really
that's getting that California crowd definitely is a big help. I see there's a handful of other Yamamoto Sumo Dojo members on here. Kellyanne is traveling.
Yep.
Yeah. Love me some Kellyanne.
Yeah,
and she got a new belt. You seen that new like purple belt she's wearing?
Oh, she's got a new one?
I just saw that on Facebook today. It looks great.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Purple, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask her when I see her because I'm so like curious. So like that's the first thing I'm gonna ask her when I see her. Did she
Purple?
like,
Purple.
Yeah, purple is cool color.
It looks pretty friggin' cool. But yeah, I mean, just some other highlights as long as we're talking about who's making the trek down to Austin for this one. We got Kyle Ferreter, the Mighty Bull, one of your big rivals. We got
I think I saw the De La Torres, at least Angel. Angel
Mhm.
coming
At
there?
least Angel, at least, yeah.
I think we got all 3 of them.
Ooh, all right.
Yep. One guy I haven't met that I know has made a splash here and there. Sean Jackson is traveling.
Mm-hmm.
We got JJ and Christina out of San Diego coming along. We got
Sumo
some guys-
Stan, I see you on the list, boy.
That's right. There's a panda coming down to Austin. North Carolina guys are coming out. We got Eric and Edibo. Edibo was qualified for the national team.
We
But
saw him at
wasn't able
Vegas.
in Vegas last year. Came out of nowhere. Nobody really knew who he was, and then he just like rampaged his way to 3rd place in that entire tournament. It'll be great to see him wrestle again. And yeah, and of course we have all the Texas clubs are all making it out. We got Shogeki guys from Houston, Got a bunch of the Dallas guys, Mighty Eagle. We got the San Antonio crowd coming down. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I'm really excited because Eric's coming, and I know Jared Tadlock from Dallas is excited. First time they met, Eric just killed him, but that was
that was last year, man. That was last year.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen now.
Oh, but I love Eric's Tachi eyes. He is just so intense off the line
and fast off the line.
Yes.
Woo! That boy has a whole level of aggression that he brings to the dojo when he gets into that thing, and he's such a nice guy out of it. It's really surprising.
He's got the biggest smile. He's like, "Oh, hey."
Oh man, I absolutely love that about how like there's really nobody that like is a dick outside of the ring. It's all you can be a dick inside the ring because you're competitive, right? Like that's it's one thing to go hard, but as soon as you're done, right?
Be done.
And before we move on from the signups real quick, I did want to shout out to Ben Marquez making his return from a major knee injury last year. Ben took second at open weight at the last Mighty Eagle team tournament, so he's definitely somebody to watch out for. But yeah, that knee injury's had him sidelined for a long time. Right?
I just had a practice with him last Sunday, and I've been so used to not going hard on him, and I didn't last Sunday, but he came off and hit me, and I wasn't expecting it, and I got the crap knocked out of me by Ben, and I'm like, okay, I'm glad I felt that, so I know for Saturday to freaking go 100%.
Okay, all right, that's fine. You're dead.
Okay. You can at least hit me now.
Yeah, okay. Nope, not don't need to pull it on that one. Don't need to pull any punches.
Nope.
Oh man.
So Sumo Punx is going to be there. I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah. Matt and Sabrina.
Sumo Punx and half of Sumo Kaboom.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep, and there's
half a Grand Sumo Breakdown.
Half a Grand Sumo
Breakdown will be there.
Yeah, me and Mac will be there, rotating. We're going to be kind of loosey goosey because Justin Kizzard of Dark Circle Sumo is going to be, obviously he's running the event, but he is also wrestling at lightweight. And Caleb, you as like one of the other guys that's running the event here, you got to wrestle at heavyweight. We'll be switching in and out, running brackets, talking on the live stream, stuff like that. But main thing you need to know is if you're going to show up, make sure that you get signed up on Eventbrite before Saturday, and then show up Saturday morning for weigh-ins. And if you are not going to be in Austin, make sure to watch Dark Circle Sumo's YouTube channel.
And if you still want to watch, I believe there's 25 bleacher seats left as of yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what it is today, but yesterday there's about 24, 25 seats left.
I know the VIP section's completely sold out, right?
Completely sold out. Oh, since we're going through podcasts, both Osaka and Sumo will be there.
That's right.
Oh, all right. Okay.
All right, you caught me.
All right.
Yeah, Sake and you guys have two competitors. Sumo Punx has one competitor. I guess GSB and Sumo Kaboom will be in the kids' table.
Chairs.
Yeah, we got chairs.
That's fine. That's fine.
I can if I have to take the grief for the day, I can do that. But no, Grand Sumo Breakdown will not be competing.
Fine.
Oh man. But yeah, like I said, though, get signed up ahead of time. I know it's only a couple days away. And if you're traveling to Austin, you probably know by now whether or not you're traveling to Austin.
Yes.
But it is not too late to get signed up. Caleb, why don't we talk a little bit about, why don't we walk through the schedule of what's going on, the stuff, the attractions and all that. One big piece of news that did come up recently was there's some visa issues. And we're not going to have a couple special guests that we thought we were going to.
Yeah. For those who don't know, visas have become a little weird out there ever since both the COVID thing and the Ukraine and Russia thing. Everything's been a little crazy visa-wise. So Yagamura, who's supposed to be there, and I don't remember the name of the champion he was bringing.
Amaran, I believe, is his first
Amaran.
name, and I am not going to take a swing at his last name.
You did better than I did, but yeah, they were supposed to be there. They were not. They were going to do some seminars on Friday, which would have been really awesome, but we're gonna have a little light practice after we set up the ring on Friday. So if you're a wrestler and you want to like get used to the ring and stuff, come out. We're gonna be doing that in the afternoon, I believe. I think around 2, but I could be wrong. I believe the information will be up on Dark Circle website, the exact times and stuff.
Yep. The most recent info I have is that roughly from 2 to 8 we'll be setting up and open mat, whatever.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, definitely. I'm just saying around 2 because if you know sumo guys, we're probably gonna be a little late.
2 o'clock sumo time.
Sumo time. That's great.
Exactly. When you got a lot of big guys to move around, you can't necessarily do it at top speed all the time. So
it's like I'm watching a boulder just kind of like just move and then rest.
Slowly moving.
It'll get here when it gets here. Yeah.
Just roll it in. It's fine. It's fine.
But yeah, so besides the open mat time, there'll be a lot of the organizers there. A lot of very experienced wrestlers will be there. That would be a great time if you have not wrestled before to spend some time getting to know the mat, get to meet some people, get some training in, etc. But that'll be Friday night until roughly 8 at Dreamland at the same venue as the event. It's all going to be in the same spot. And then Saturday is the big day. We got weigh-ins starting at, I believe, 8. Cutoff is 10:30. And that is for all divisions. You got to make sure that you are signed up, make sure you are weighed in and all that. Otherwise, you risk not being able to get onto the bracket. Because once the weight classes start, we got a lot to do. So
a whole lot.
Yep.
Yeah, worried about time a little bit, but yeah.
Yep. So there'll ideally, depending on how many people we have in each division and stuff like that, we're likely to be running a men's and women's light, middle, light heavy, and heavyweight. All 4 classes, ideally, depending on how many people there are. Maybe some of those might get combined, might get run in different formats. We'll see when.
Yeah, I believe I don't think there's going to be any middleweight women. I don't think right now, at least.
Okay.
And what we're thinking of, and because this is something I'm very, very excited about, we're thinking about replacing that with our new youth division, which we'll have for the first time here in Texas. We're going to have 2 in that where there's going to be 10 to 15-year-olds and below 10s. And we're hoping to get some people in there. I know there's going to be 3 from Mighty Eagle Sumo that we've been training. I'm not sure after that who's showing up. But I'm excited because it's a next step in Texas Sumo and American Sumo to get youth involved into it.
Exactly.
Right
yeah,
on.
I know Justin mentioned there were a couple Austin locals that he'd also gotten signed up. So yeah, that's really cool. I know like sometimes it's like as a time filler, crowd pleaser, sometimes, you get the kids in there to wrestle some of the big heavyweights. I always love that kind of thing. It's like
Darius just getting thrown around.
Yeah, just like a little fun gimmick.
He's the best at doing that.
Yeah, but just fun little gimmicky thing. But like that kind of thing might get one kid hooked in sumo. But if we can get like a tournament here, I'm super excited for this. I think it'll be a lot of fun to get a bunch of kids hooked on it.
Really want that because that is a big thing to get us in that next level of a U.S. sumo. Because the Ukrainians, the Russians, Japanese, Mongolians, Polish, all of them have like big youth leagues, and that's why they have better guys and the big world competition. So we need that next step.
Yep. Instead of get some of those kids instead of going to silly things like football or wrestling or whatever. Come on.
What is this soccer? What is this football? They can't even decide on a name for it. Now sumo, that's a name that's been around for at least 1,000 years. So let's get into this.
Exactly. And if you were at nationals in 2021, this will sound familiar, but we also have Japanese cultural demonstrations in between the weight classes. So similar to 2021 nationals at this same venue, we've got kendo, taiko, kyudo. I just learned because we just looked it up just now.
Yep.
Is the term for Japanese archery.
Yes.
So there's going to be some demonstrations in between weight classes, just as like, just a cultural exposition kind of thing. Partnering with, do you know, Caleb? I don't remember the name of the local society that they were working with.
JSA, I believe, Japanese Society of Austin.
Gotcha.
Okay. Because you said JSA, I'm like, oh, wait, no, different JSA. Sorry.
Yeah, and Pro Sumo, I know that acronym slightly different.
Exactly. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I hope I got it right. What if I got it right? What if it was like a C or something?
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure it could be. It could be the Japanese community of Austin, but I think it's society. So who knows? Whatever. If I get it wrong,
We will find out on Saturday.
We will find out.
But yeah, so the weight classes will be running roughly like 11 to 2 or so, maybe. It'll depend on, number of people, number of matches, things like that.
Yeah, playoffs too. That always like makes we get to give the guys a break before they go. So that sometimes makes things run a little longer.
Exactly. And then once we get to mid-afternoon, then we will have the open weights, which will follow like right after the weight classes, like usual. Just little breather here or there, but the plan so far is to be done by around 4. Get all the wrestling done by around there. Get our awards passed out, and then obviously we got to take down the dohyo and stuff like that. So people are encouraged to stick around, help out with the cleanup. And of course, just schmooze, get to know your fellow wrestlers and make connections. If you, especially for people that are traveling, it's I love the big events where you get to travel and meet people from all over the country. That's always a blast.
Yeah, and Austin's a fun one too, because and this goes for any of the competitors or spectators. After the tournament, you go get something to eat or something, but then you head out to Texas Sake where we all get together. Yeah. Really get to bond as sumo fans at that point. I really enjoyed last year because I saw Jake and Matt get really smashed, and that was really fun.
Yes, that was some good sake.
Yep. And spoilers, you will see it again.
Yes.
Repeat performance.
Yes.
But what's part of what's going to be special about this time around, though, is that at Texas Sake Company, which Justin actually works at that bar. He's like the bar and graphic manager or something like that, right?
Yeah, he runs it pretty much. I know he does some of the hiring and he does a lot of the graphics. He does all the graphics design stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. And like the day-to-day stuff. But so like that's the connection that we have to Texas Sake Company. But the after party there will also have a special exhibition of photography from David Rios, who has been traveling all over the country following the growth of American sumo over the last year or few. And that I'm super excited for that, because that's one of the things that I think is, I wouldn't say like missing, but it's something that we don't have as much as I would like. Is like high quality photography of actual amateur events and stuff like that.
Yeah, that is true. We had some in 2019 from Beatrice, and she did fantastic job. However, in 2020, when COVID hit, it kind of stopped at that point. So I'm kind of glad it's picking back up with the really high core photography, and I'm very excited about it because I kind of missed the last couple of years.
Yeah. Well, I should mention for sure one notable exception. There was a professional photographer at Nationals this year in Salt Lake City.
That's true. That is true.
Got some killer photos from that one. Yeah. But I mean, I feel like there's enough hobbyist photographers out there that even the smallest club event, I'd love to get like some pictures from people that know what they're doing.
Totally.
Not that like, you know what I mean? Like people that are more than just traveling to compete and stuff like that. It's it's so cool having like the professional level photography after events to like get you hyped for the next one and stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so anyways, David Rios is the name of that photographer, and he will be showing off his stuff at Texas Sake Company. 7 to 10 officially will be the after party on Saturday. And then Sunday,
so bar close.
yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're a coward, it ends at 10, but we'll see.
Bar close.
Hey, my wife's coming down and she gets to drive me, so I'm up until whenever. So no. But anyways, on Sunday, of course, after nursing our hangovers, No, I actually didn't have a follow-up to that joke. Sunday's just for nursing hangovers, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say Sunday's recovery day.
Yeah, there really isn't anything officially on the docket at that point.
Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, we lost Caleb.
Sorry, we
Okay.
lost Caleb for a second. What was that?
Hi, I'm still here. Hopefully.
Yeah, no, we can see
God.
you. We're good. You're good. You're good. It's okay.
Thought we lost you. Yeah, but that's an overview of what we got going on for the Consulates Cup. Again, that is going to be this Saturday, September 3rd. Watch for the Dark Circle Sumo's YouTube channel. That's where the main stream is going to be. You'll have Sumo Kaboom, Grand Sumo Breakdown, Sumo Punx, and somebody else. I can't remember. There's some other podcast group that's down there that I think will probably be helping out with the whole.
We won't only be there, we will compete.
And Jake, you do know he is the mighty bull. He can throw both of us around.
Hey, I can.
Why are you doing this?
I can talk shit for like 3 more days here. You know,
and then you get to go there in person, be like, step in the ring, Jake. Like, oh dear.
No, what have I done? Yeah,
I am going to try to get him in. I will.
That's a problem for Friday, Jake. You know, Monday, Jake here, he's safe. Oh man. Well, that's anything else on the Consulates Cup? Because I mean that was the main reason that we wanted to make sure we got an episode out.
Nothing too big. I just want to reiterate there are some good matchups. There are some U.S. team guys. There are national winners coming. There are some great sumo wrestlers. So please come out to watch them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You will not be disappointed. You will be entertained. You will be surprised at how much fun you will have watching these guys.
The better part of our entire national team will be there. A handful of actual best in the nation national champions, active national champions.
Yeah.
It's as good a crowd as you could hope for. So I'd highly recommend at the very least checking it out on YouTube. Because it's going to be a great show and there's going to be some excellent matches between the highest level of competition you can get in the country here. So it's going to be a blast.
Yeah. Awesome.
So why don't we also, for people that are unfamiliar, Caleb, the mighty bull.
I was about to say, da, 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 da. Now it's
what's your theme song? What's your theme song? As long as you got a nickname.
Oh man, no, I have no idea. What would be my theme song?
We'll work on it.
Yeah,
we'll work on it.
Guns N' Roses, because that pumps me up the most. So
sure.
Ooh.
Oh, Welcome to the Jungle or something. That'd be the first.
There you go.
Now we're talking. Yeah, no. I mean, when they introduce the mighty bull and you bust out of backstage and you're going down the ramp and you got pyro going on. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's
just wanted to make sure I knew what music should be playing then.
I appreciate it.
But let's talk a little bit about Caleb, Mr. Mighty Eagle Sumo. You are technically, I suppose you're not like the head of Mighty Eagle Sumo. That's Tom.
No.
But
he's the mighty bull of Mighty Eagle.
But Tom. You are to a lot of people, you're the face, you're the guy that travels around. There's tons of people that credit you for getting them into sumo.
True. That's mainly because White Tom runs the club. It's his club. He is not the best media presence, so I took over the media presence for him. All the Facebook and Instagram and stuff I do. I put stuff on my YouTube channel, the Lone Star Sumo. I put most of Mighty Eagle stuff on there, and I made the commercials and stuff. I don't know. I've been doing sumo for years now. I am a black belt, Shodan level, which has been great because I got it this year.
And congrats!
I started learning more this year than I ever had before. The first few years is just, making your body move the way it's supposed to. Now you actually get to learn. It's great. Love that stuff. And because of that, I get to run practices sometimes, and that's really fun. Which is, it's the way Tom likes to do things. He gets black belts to run the practice, and then he just corrects stuff that people are doing or stops everybody if he thinks he's not doing it right. And he gave us crap last Tuesday for not doing Shiko well enough. And so we had to do more Shiko. He made us do more Shiko. Love Tom. So that's what I do. I do sumo mostly. I do videos. Like I said, the podcast Sake and Sumo, where we get drunk and talk about sumo. We got a lot of newcomers who like us because we're not technical and number oriented as some podcasts.
Oh,
I won't name.
I can't
As
imagine
some dorky
who.
podcasts. Yeah.
Who are you referring to, sir? Surely 'tis not we.
Yeah, on that topic, me and Ryan have a Bonske to analyze tomorrow, and
Oh my
Ryan's,
gosh!
Ryan's outline is already like 5 pages long. It's gonna be a doozy.
I looked at that and went.
It's
I
a
mean,
weird one.
It both makes sense and blows my mind at the same time.
Yeah.
Because the last boss show was crazy.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah, I do that. I do sumo because I love it. I've loved it since 1992, but could never do it when I was younger because nobody in Texas taught it at that time. So I also make movies, and that's how I got to doing all the video stuff and started doing the podcasting because I've done film for 2010 is when I got into film. Started doing
right
film.
on.
Like local, like what kind of film do you mean?
Local independent movies, usually for film festivals and competitions. My best one, I got Best Director in 2012 for a movie called Jackie Boy.
Nice.
I love doing that. I love stories. I mean, that's why I got into sports. You have to be the same way. Y'all are all into sports. Y'all talk football and sumo and a bunch of other stuff. And the best thing about sports isn't just the great athleticism or the nerdy stats that we all love. It's the stories of the athletes themselves. That is always the best stuff. You know, you know, Teruno Fuji's amazing because of his injury and his comeback story. You know, everybody, let's talk about Hakuho showing up skinny as hell when he started. He was tall, but he was just skinny as a pole, and then they had to gain all this weight. That's sumo. That's sports. That's stories, and I love stories.
Oh yeah.
And
that's what keeps you coming back. That's what keeps you wanting to know more.
Yes. I want someone to tell Kaise's story now that he retired.
Oh yeah, I saw that today.
Yeah,
because he was the guy. He's one of the few guys that I really, really like to watch. And I mean, he got up in the jury in 2010, and no one really ever talked about him, and I don't know why. Because he was the nicest guy, probably. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, like, every time somebody would go off the ring, every time somebody pushes, like, "Oh, you okay?" Like, "Oh, yeah, I'll help you up. You all right?"
All right. And he was, I mean, being from Brazil, that had to be a whole thing too. And sumo's gotten big in Brazil since he started doing sumo. They have their own clay dojo now and stuff. Wouldn't that be great? People need to tell more stories. We need NFL films for sumo.
Yeah, 30 for 30.
Yes, 30 for 30 would be great. Yes, anything like that. Like, just tell us the stories. I'm hoping that new sumo, the new NHK sumo thing that they're doing.
Yes, the new thing they're starting
on YouTube. I hope they're going to give us some of that. Right now, they're doing just basic sumo stuff.
Yep,
this is what sumo is, but I'm hoping they go into that kind of stuff. Really tell stories.
Yeah, especially like the more than anything else out there in the English language sumo coverage, they have access to the people to talk about the stories and stuff, and that's I hope they use that.
Oh, man, but yeah, so Sumo Fanatic, been doing it for a few years. I have medaled a whole bunch of times, and yeah, I've never gotten a gold medal, not once.
Really?
I'm hoping, bronze and silvers over and over and over again.
Make it happen. Consulate Cup 2023. Make it happen.
I actually have
2022. Sorry.
I actually haven't at all this year. I've been getting about fifth place most of the time in all these tournaments. I got fifth place at Cowboys Cup, and I'm like, damn it, I can't even get to the podium this year. And I thought I was doing terrible, and yet everybody says I'm doing my best sumo, and I'm like, okay, if I'm doing my best,
say so.
I need to get gold. I need to get a gold.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, just this year, there are definitely like, I mean, it would also be fair to say that the level of competition has also like gotten pretty solid this year too.
Vastly improved from a while ago.
Yes, especially in heavyweights, because it started last year in heavyweights when Del Toro started showing up. Mark Jones started showing up.
Kyle Farrader being on the scene.
Farrader really started getting in there, and it's like,
Jordan
oh
Sykes,
man, that level of competition just rose to a whole new height, which excites me and also makes me have to do much better. I'm turning 43 on Thursday. So if I get a gold, I'm going to be very excited.
Happy birthday. Retire in tie.
43 years old. And I'm trying to hit other 400-pound men and push them around. I was never called smart. Let me tell you. Moving shit a cause is what I am. Just break shit and move it. That's fine.
What's that song they play on Jackass? If you're gonna be dumb,
You're
you
gonna
gotta
be
tough.
dumb, you gotta be tough.
Yeah.
May not be smart, but I know enough. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be
Hey,
tough.
maybe that's your entrance music.
Oh no. Come on, gotta be welcome to the jungle.
Hey, remember, I got 3 more days to talk shit here. So oh man, last time I saw Caleb, the first thing he did was lift me off the ground. Yeah, that was not expecting that to change. Oh man. So when did you get into Mighty Eagle? Like when did you hook up with Tom and start doing sumo yourself regularly?
That was February of 2019. I did this thing where every year I looked up sumo and I couldn't find anything outside of California. And I just wanted something here. Crazy enough, there was stuff happening in Texas all the way back in like 2004 and stuff. It's just that all the guys doing it, none of them had a real social media, internet presence. And I didn't watch daytime television. Tom tells me all the time, like, I've been on daytime television talking about sumo. I haven't had cable since like 2005, man.
How are you going to recruit anybody under 60 doing that?
Exactly. What's this?
But one day I was going through my normal lookup that I do all the time, and way down low I saw a meetup.com thing for stuff 2 exits away from me. 2 exits. He was 2 exits away from me since 2004. I moved here in 2005. So I could have started 10 years earlier if I just known.
Yeah.
More than that, 15 years. But I mean, I'm just happy I found it when I did, because I've always wanted to do it. Because in 92, for those who don't know, in 92, Akibono started his Yokozuna run. And Sports Center, which I woke up every day and I put Sports Center up before I had to go to school. They'd show little highlights of tournaments of this guy who's an American and who might be a Yokozuna, and it got me all pumped up to see this 6'8", 500-pound
monster
knocking people out the ring, and then I found out how rare being a Yokozuna is, and all these things, and I was like so into it. It was all big guys who were wrestling each other, but they were athletic and they were moving, and it was fun because, I mean, in the 90s, people still thought big guys just weren't athletic. And so it was great, and it just got me excited. And I loved sumo ever since. It was hard to watch back in the day, guys. Y'all don't understand.
We got in at the right time, right when the YouTube coverage started blowing up. But yeah, back before like 2015 or whatever, that's got to be incredibly difficult.
Oh my God. You were just hoping, unless you had like something special cable package, you were just kind of hoping ESPN2 would throw a day in there. And they would pick, when they did do it, it was like a random day usually. I mean, hopefully it was like a day 15, but most of the time it was like, here's day 10 of a sumo tournament, guys. You're like, oh, thanks. I get one day. And that stopped too when the Hawaiians all left. Like that stopped too. So like, I barely watched any of the rise of the Mongolians. So like I got a little bit, but very anything. But thank God for the internet. The internet and YouTube saved us and made big fans like you guys coming in. And I appreciate what y'all do. Honestly, I do. I watch everything I do. Like I watch it all. I watch all the amateurs.
I'm sorry. There's nothing better.
I watch your professional like breakdowns. I even watch Ryan droll on for hours about the Bansuke.
Oh my God.
It's the hours that we
champion.
don't post that you need to be thankful you're not seeing, because
that's the edited down version.
That's the edited version.
No, I mean, as long as we're on that topic, I absolutely would recommend to anybody listening, Sake and Sumo.
Oh, totally.
It's the only podcast, other than I guess Sumo Punx is in the game now, where you have actual people who have competed and are like regular active wrestlers talking about it and analyzing it from that side of things. And I mean, I also like you guys in general. So listening to you shoot the shit and
Yeah,
stuff
I mean,
like
they're
that
all
is also hilarious.
They're okay.
We also, one of our things is obviously since it's sake, we drink while we're talking,
Mhm.
and you will see us forget names and mispronounce things the
Yes.
further we go along. Which at
Wait,
first we're like, maybe we
what?
should drink, but we actually were getting comments like, "No, we love this. I love how y'all do this.
Yeah.
If you like it, we'll keep doing it because we like drinking. So whatever."
Excellent.
Yeah. I think all of us American podcasts kind of for different people, you know, there's something for everybody in like the hangout and just dick around kind of podcast niche
Yes.
that can be filled, right?
Oh, totally.
I like the
And-
way we're all pretty different too. I love the
Yeah.
I love the
We're all
spicy
unique.
side.
We're all unique.
I love the man love from Sumo Kaboom. I like the music angle for Sumo Punx, and we all have this our own little angle to it. It's freaking
Mhm.
great so far.
And no matter what, no matter if I have time to listen to the whole episode or not, I always listen to the first 5 minutes of Sumo Punx.
Yeah, they're great. I wonder how long they talk about random crap until they find that 5 minutes they're looking for.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, this is great. This is funny right here. We're gonna put that in there."
The perfect intro.
Really
Now
talk
that
for an
I've-
hour and 10 minutes to get that 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, now that I've met them in person, even the one time, I'm fully convinced that they just kind of like hit record and just kind of like that's
Just
it.
talk.
That's their whole prep is they'll just like hit record and just eventually they'll get to that level of like, this is a funny enough story, we're going to start our podcast with it. Very, very funny people.
Yes.
Yeah, and we got to hang out with them, me and Caleb and both Matt and Sabrina from the Sumo Punx. We got to hang out when we did the Iron Belly tournament commentary.
Jealous,
That was a blast.
jealous.
Yes, and Mac missed it, and we're sorry about that, Mac.
I'm sorry I missed it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good fun tournament. I enjoyed that thing.
Yeah, that one is on the GSB YouTube channel. You can go
Mhm.
back and watch that tournament. It is the second annual, the biggest tournament in Florida, and they had
Yes.
That is true. It is the biggest tournament in Florida.
it is the biggest and onlyest second annual tournament of
Yeah,
sumo
but who's
wrestling in
counting,
Florida.
really?
I start doing that all the time. It's the biggest tournament in Ohio.
Yes.
That's the only one.
What number is it? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about
And,
it.
and coming up,
Oh, it's the only one.
coming up in October will be the biggest tournament in Michigan.
Yay!
That'll be great. Grand Rapids Sumo Club putting that one on. Sorry, we're just plugging everything because everything
Yeah,
keeps
plug
coming-
it.
There's so
Plug,
much
you know
to
what? Plug it.
even in like the year and a half, year and like a quarter that me and Mac have been like following US Sumo, I feel like it's blown up as far as
We
actual
went
tournaments
from
and traveling and stuff.
3 actual tournaments now to almost like 7 to 8. Like this is insane.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. And we could probably drone on for another hour on this.
So let's drone on for another hour.
So let's. But no, I think we should close this with what has become the defining most important question of our American sumo interviews. And Caleb probably already knows what's coming.
Yeah.
Caleb,
now
what
I'm
is
thinking about
your barn burner karaoke song?
It is 10 o'clock at Sake, Texas Sake. We have all been imbibing quite a bit. What are you going to serenade us at
You're
the bar?
43 years old, so you got to get to bed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I would pick this any other time, but since we were talking about Guns N' Roses, I would do Sweet Child of Mine, and I would rock the fucking house with it.
Yep. Caleb's bringing down the house with the Guns N' Roses. I love it. Yep, that'll do it. Caleb, so as we've been talking about, catch the Consulate's Cup this Saturday on Dark Circle Sumo's YouTube channel.
Mhm.
But Caleb, where can people find you and your club on the interwebs?
Just go to Mighty Eagle Sumo on either Facebook or Instagram. You can also go to mighteaglesumo.com. And then if you go to Lone Star Sumo on YouTube, you can get practices, tournaments, and the fantastic podcast, Sake and Sumo.
I have heard they're pretty good, but they're an up and coming podcast. They're still getting their legs under them, but they do their
They're
best.
less than a year. They think they're
We all see the potential. We all
podcasters.
see the potential.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, we appreciate you joining us, Caleb, and I'm excited to talk shit for a couple more days until I have to get my comeuppance.
I'm gonna find a way to get you in the ring, man. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're
He's gonna get
right.
to Dreamland. Jake's gonna get to Dreamland. Caleb's gonna set foot out of his car and go, "He's here," and just start looking around for Jake.
Kizzard will like bear hug me from behind or something. Caleb will like tie a mawashi on me unwilling or something.
Wait, he bear hugs you? Oh, he came up behind me and gave me a loving caress. Oh, he must like me.
I feel like I have earned one less gentle, but we'll see what happens. Thanks again, man. We'll see you in a couple days.
All right, see ya.
Thank you for listening to Grand Sumo Breakdown. Until next time, throw your salt high
And keep moving forward.